listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone.
Just when you thought freak-offs and Diddy were terms of the past, things we weren't going to be talking about for a while, well, freak-offs are back with a vengeance.
When are we finally going to have a real conversation about whether or not Rihanna was...
Oh.
Rihanna and Beyonce are currently getting ready to move into a whole new country that doesn't have a treaty with the United States, after Diddy filed a new incriminating lawsuit against them, claiming that they allegedly helped him carry out his criminal operations. If y'all remember, when he was indicted, the DOJ clearly said Diddy wasn't working alone. They never name-dropped who exactly his accomplices were, but it looks like Diddy is telling us himself, and the list goes way beyond just Rihanna and Beyonce. To make matters even worse, Diddy is also being linked to the recent attack on Rihanna's life. Apparently, a prison call leaked of him speaking to his son, Christian Combs, to get rid of all loose ends. Now, obviously, he couldn't go after Beyonce because she has Jay-Z protecting her, so he went after Rihanna. And since that wasn't successful, he's throwing her and everyone else allegedly involved under the bus, so they do prison time with him. His indictment said, Combs relied on employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in, and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Now, if you remember, a prison call recording surfaced online a while back in which Diddy was heard reportedly telling one of his sons to get rid of all the pizza boxes. In the recording, Diddy instructed his son, "Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'ma need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about." To which Christian responded, all right, and yeah.
What up? Yo, listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Now, at the time, people didn't know what to make of this. Some people said it was AI, but others believe to this day that it wasn't, and they have a pretty good reason to believe it's not. You see, usually when people put out an AI video like this, the feds are quick to address it, but this time they stayed silent. No authority confirmed or denied the authenticity of the audio, and neither did Diddy's team. If it was fake, then what's stopping them from just coming out and saying it? Oh, but it gets worse. Right after this audio, Rihanna almost ended up losing her life in a planned attack. Usually, people would link the word pizza to little people since the Epstein files exposed it as a code word for talking about non-adults. But this time, it looks like Diddy pulled an Uno reverse on everyone. Apparently, the pizza he was telling Christian to get rid of was the people he was in business with. And allegedly Rihanna and Beyonce are one of them. This came after a woman, who has since been identified as Ivana Ortiz, drove all the way from Florida to LA just to park in front of Rihanna's house to off her. And according to reports, Rihanna and her kids were actually in the Airstream she has at home, and one of the bullets pierced through the Airstream. Now, as soon as this happened, Rihanna didn't just move out of the house, she actually left the state to a secret location. And according to reports, she ran away because she thought someone powerful was behind it. Rihanna leaving town is further proof that she knows that someone powerful sent that girl to hit up her house. If it were an isolated incident, she would switch houses. She would not flee the state. Jay-Z is behind this. Now, what's interesting about people bringing up Jay-Z and what happened to Rihanna is that just a few days ago, Diddy filed a massive lawsuit accusing Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Beyonce of allegedly being part of the many associates he was working with to keep his criminal enterprise running. Now, apparently, the lawsuit wasn't filed by Diddy himself. It was filed by someone else on behalf of Diddy. And so far, neither Diddy nor his associates have come out to distance him from the suit, so clearly he knew about it before it even came out, and is okay with whoever this person is filing it on his behalf. The news of the lawsuit was put out by the popular legal insider Inner Press, and it said, SDNY has just transferred this 213-page bombshell complaint on behalf of Sean Combs, also naming as a defendant the United Nations. Big if true. And as I said, the defendants that were reported to be involved in this include Beyonce, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg, Michael Jordan, Jeff Bezos, Drake, Sean Jay-Z Carter, Kanye West, Rihanna, Kim Kardashian, TD Jakes, Kylie Jenner, Joe Biden, and even the United Nations. Word on the street is that the reason Diddy didn't file the lawsuit himself is that he wanted to expose the truth without being directly connected to it. Because then all the people he just exposed will know he's the one, and they would probably try to get rid of him. But if he does it through someone, he still gets to reveal everything while looking like he is clueless about the lawsuit. And honestly, this is Diddy, so we really can't put any of this past him. But here's where it gets real interesting. Folks are out here saying Beyonce didn't even know half the stuff Jay-Z was doing with Diddy, and that he basically dragged her into all of it. They're claiming he's been and manipulating her since she was just 16 years old. And these rumors really picked up steam when word dropped not too long ago that Beyonce filed for divorce. This ain't the first time we've heard the divorce talk, but it's looking like it might actually be happening this time around. Back when the Diddy mess first hit, popular gossip YouTuber Storm Monroe, y'all already know who he is, said he got some inside tea from someone close to Bey that she was dropping a lot of products because she knew her and Jay's downfall was coming fast. She was trying to stack as much money as possible before everything blew up. She dropped that Ivy Park clothing line with Adidas, which Adidas eventually stopped selling because it flopped hard. Then she ran right back to music with Renaissance, went on a whole world tour, dropped a movie just weeks after the tour ended, launched a hair care line, put out Cowboy Carter, and then hit us with a perfume line plus a liquor brand. And just when we thought she was going to slow down, she performed at the NFL halftime show and went on another tour again. Mind you, all these things happened within the span of just 2 years. Even during Beyonce's prime, she wasn't releasing this many things. And that's why people believed Storm when he said she's doing it to make as much money as she can because there's something big coming.
Part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, oh, the Carters have been separated for some time, they built this beautiful life, blah 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 blah. Now before all this happens, we may get another tour, we may get another album out of both of them. I don't know, because at the end of the day, they about their money first. They're gonna do what's best for business first. As far as Beyonce is concerned, do she love him? I mean, he's really all that she knows.
Remember when Diddy finally got locked up and the whole internet went into a full meltdown? Well, at the time it came out that Jay had gone and met with both a divorce lawyer and a criminal attorney. This tea was spilled by the popular industry insider Enty Lawyer in a quick tweet that said, "A twofer today for Jay-Z. He met with a criminal defense attorney and a divorce attorney. Hashtag Sean Diddy Combs. Hashtag Jay-Z." Apparently, he was sitting down with the divorce lawyer because Beyonce was done with all the foolishness and ready to bounce so she wouldn't get dragged into the mess too. Now, if this new lawsuit is true, then Rihanna and Beyonce might really want to look into running away, because once all the details are exposed, no amount of PR or money they spend on these high-profile lawyers will be enough to save them. One person said, "Diddy has something on them. They really act like they never knew Diddy, Jay and Beyonce." Another person said, "He have all them on tape, that's why he naming their names." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Diddy coming out after all these time to expose Beyonce and Rihanna? And do you really think the attempts on Rihanna's life and Beyonce leaving Jay-Z are really because of everything Diddy is about to expose in this new lawsuit? Let me know your thoughts in your comment section below. And don't forget to watch this other very messy video.